So last weekend, Steven was at the SCA Expo in Houston, and he was going to record his travel coffee setup for you guys. But unfortunately, he forgot to hit the button on the tiny mic that you see. So you have me doing the voiceover because all of his audio got lost. He is going to be roasting this coffee from Big Five Brews, which is a new roastery from one of our customers. We'll talk about that a little bit later. He's going to be using an AeroPress, which is a fantastic daily brewer. I use it every single day. Also great, though, for traveling, camping, and all of that good stuff. Very compact, makes a very good cup of coffee. He has his Bodum brand travel kettle. This one is a 17-ounce. It's just small enough to throw in the side of your suitcase. And he's using a Porlex mini grinder. He got off at Amazon. It's about $70, and it does a really good job at getting a nice even grind. And more importantly, it perfectly fits inside of the plunger of the AeroPress, so it's perfect to pack along for your traveling. And then, of course, using bottled water, mostly because you don't want minerals getting all caked onto your kettle, but also because, you never know what kind of water is coming out of the hotel sink. It might make your coffee taste weird. One button press, and off it goes to the side to heat up. Here, Steven is commenting on the lovely evenness of this roast. This was actually Alan's first roast outside of doing seasoning beans, and it is remarkably even. His roastery, Big Five Brews, is raising money to help with the conservation of the Big Five endangered species in Africa: lions, elephants, rhinos, etc. So he's going to load these up into the mini grinder, try to find that handle. Where is the handle? There it is. And unfortunately, some of the cinematic masterpiece of this segment has to be lost for time. However, to make sure that Steven gets really his comedic effect, I have a bad dad joke for you, which is, what do you call a cow that's just given birth? Decaffeinated. Get it? Calf, like baby cow, but also decaf coffee. And he's done. Fling that handle aside, and inside you've got some really nicely even ground coffee here. For an AeroPress, you really want it to be medium / sort of on the side of fine. You don't want it too fine, though. If you go too coarse with an AeroPress, it extracts too fast, and you have watery, flavorless coffee. And if you go too fine, then it's really hard to press that plunger down. Both Steven and I agree. The inverted extraction situation is our preferred method on the AeroPress. It's easier, A, but B, it makes a really full flavored coffee because you can take your time and you don't have coffee escaping out of the bottom before you can get that vacuum established. He has let his water come to a boil in that kettle and then cool down a little bit, and he's going to start adding that into the AeroPress. The little cup that you see at the front is from the AeroPress Go. Very easily packable, travelable. He's going to fill almost to the top, because you got to leave a little bit of room to stir. Otherwise, you'll end up with some coffee grounds on the top that decide they don't want to be integrated into everything else. And then he fills it up just a little extra. He's got his handy bag of paper filters here. You can absolutely rinse this if you'd like to, but in this case, he just went with a dry one. He's going to give it one more stir before he flips everything over, just to make sure everything is really, really well incorporated. And then with the AeroPress, you just very slowly press down. Steven said that this brew had so much chocolate in the notes and some nice citrusy notes and kind of a surprising amount of vanilla. Really outstanding for a first roast. So yeah, hope you enjoyed a peek at Steven's travel coffee setup. If you have any tips for traveling and having quality coffee, let us know down below. We'll do anything to avoid those terrible pods in those hotel rooms. And as always, happy roasting.